What's up guys, 40 the Broadway saying here, and in this video we're going to be talking about two Tera Raid events coming soon to Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Let's get right to it. Alright guys, so before we go ahead and talk about the two upcoming Tera Raid events in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, I want to remind you guys that if you enjoy the content that you see on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notification bells. That way you guys are not missing out on future uploads. Leave a like on this video and comment down below what your thoughts are on these upcoming Tera Raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and also let me know how your progress is going on with the game so far. So the first Tera Raid is going to be the Delibird Spotlight. All of this information is coming from Cerebi.net, which is the website that I have up here. But you can also find this as well in the news section of the game itself. When you log in online through the Pokeportal, it'll automatically bring you to the news page. So the Delibird Spotlight is going to be releasing on December 23rd through December 25th. This is going to be very similar to the Tyranitar Salamence event that we had not too long ago, I want to say 2 weeks ago from now, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So you're going to be having Delibird appearing in both versions of the game in these special raids. They're going to be 1 to 5 star Tera Raid battles, so this one's going to be a lot more accessible even to newer players who are just starting out in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But for most of us who've already been playing since launch, this is going to be fairly easy but also fun, and I believe they are doing this because it is Christmas this week, and this is, to celebrate Christmas, Delibird presents. But this is going to be a fun event for those of us just to chill and relax and catch a bunch of Delibirds and reap the rewards. So this is also going to have Delibirds featured with a random Tera type. So this is not going to be locked into a specific type. So just be ready for that. But it shouldn't be too difficult, especially for those of us who have been playing since launch now, and definitely a lot more accessible compared to the other raids events that we've seen so far. But the big one that we're going to be getting starting December 31st all the way up until January 1st for the first run, and then the second run is January 13th through 15th, is going to be the unrivaled Cinderace. So this is going to be a 7-star raid, just like the Charizard raid that we had before. This one is going to be featuring Cinderace, who is the final evolution of the fire starter from Pokemon Sword and Shield. This particular Cinderace is going to be a fighting type, and just like the Charizard raids, you can only catch one per account. However, you can challenge this over and over and over to also reap the rewards, and also to help your friends out who may not have access to this right away. You can invite them, you can carry them, and that way you can also help your friends out get this Pokemon. So just like with the Charizard raid, it looks like Azumarill might be the star Pokemon choice for this, because we know that Cinderace is a fire type naturally, and its Tera type is going to be fighting type. So with Azumarill being water and fairy, you're going to have a lot of resistances in terms of the attacks that this Cinderace could potentially carry. There are rumors that it might have Gunk Shot, which could potentially be threatening to Azumarill, so be sure to prepare yourselves for that. And also something different between this one and the Charizard raid, this is going to be a physically oriented Cinderace, whereas the Charizard was special oriented. And because Charizard had the solar power ability, which is its hidden ability, more than likely this Cinderace is going to have Libero, which is pretty much very similar to Protean, where once it uses a move, it changes into that move's type before it actually uses it, so that it has the stab bonus. However, I am not sure how that interacts with Terastallization, so if you guys know down in the comment section below if you've already tested this, if you Terastallize your Pokemon first that carries this ability and then use a move of the different type, will your type change, or will the Terastallization just override it? That is my question, because if that's the case, this raid could potentially be a lot harder than the Charizard raid, because as we saw with the Charizard raid, there's a pattern, you can actually solo it. It wasn't actually too difficult, so some players were actually kind of like, well, I kind of expected more of a challenge because this is a 7-star raid, but with Cinderace, it could be potentially more challenging. The fact that it is physical based, and we don't know, or at least I don't know, how Libero and Protean would interact with something that's already Terastallized. And then my other thing is that I know that with the Charizard raid, a lot of us were soloing it with, like, for example, Azumarill, and like a popular choice was Fluttermane. But the thing is that because that Charizard was special based, Fluttermane was like the top choice for solo runs. With Cinderace being physical, Fluttermane is going to struggle a whole lot more, so I don't see Fluttermane being nearly as effective within this particular raid, just because it's physical defenses and also its HP are actually quite low, because the stats that stand out for that particular Pokemon are special attack, special defense, and speed, and the rest of its other stats are actually kind of bad. So not sure if Fluttermane is going to be a great choice for this. I could see Dachsbun working, because Dachsbun has that ability where it's pretty much immune to fire attacks, and then because it's fairy type, you don't have to worry about the incoming fighting type attacks that Cinderace could be carrying. The only thing again that we have to worry about is the potential Gunk Shot, which is a rumor that's floating around that Cinderace could potentially have this move, which is super effective against fairy type. So I would imagine maybe bringing some sort of like a support would work, like a support that would set up screens could potentially work for this. Grimmsnarl is great for that, but again, if Cinderace is carrying Gunk Shot, it could be pretty difficult bringing in some of these fairy types. But let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think are going to be good Pokemon for the upcoming Tera raid for Cinderace. Very, very exciting that we're already getting another one, and I'm looking forward to them announcing some of these other 7-star Tera raids, because they're definitely a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun to stream, and they're a lot of fun to just do over and over and over, because not only do we get access to a really cool Pokemon, you can also breed that Pokemon, and you can also reap the amazing drops that come from these 7-star Tera raid events. Well, this is going to go ahead and conclude this video. Hopefully you guys are excited as I am for these upcoming events in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Again, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about these upcoming events and how your progress has been so far in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is 40 the Broadway saying, signing out. Stay tuned for the next video and stay blessed, everybody. Merry Christmas.